Today we're speaking to Mairead Sullivan, the writer and director of the play Adrift. So tell me how you got into writing.
Writing. I think I've always kind of been writing since I learned to. I just kind of, in my own time, little like poems and stories and things. I have loads of notebooks at home, just kind of filled with like random anything really. So yeah, just it's kind of something I've been doing all along. It's only recently that I kind of thought, oh, maybe other people might like to see some of it.
And the play Adrift, that was for the Drama Society in UCC, wasn't it?
Yeah. Dramatic.
And what was it about?
It was about. Well, it was set in London in 1913, around then, and it's about these three characters that kind of come across each other in a park, and the main character, Aster, lives in this park. He's homeless. It kind of turns out that he sort of ran away from his life and just kind of, I suppose, society in general really, he's just kind of cut himself off in a way. And then the next kind of main character, I suppose, is Bruce, and I based him loosely on J. Bruce Ismay from White Star Line. He was managing director, and they owned the Titanic, and he was on the ship, and when it sank, like, he survived or whatever, but he was kind of considered a bit of a coward. The next character, Grace, she's a friend of Aster's, and she's just been searching for him since he left, and she finds him basically. So it's about how the three of them, they come across each other, and it's set over, a couple of seasons, and not just all the one day or anything. And their past lives kind of come to the fore again, or their secrets or whatever, as their kind of conversations move along. So that's where I got the idea to have this conversation between a guy sitting in a park and this gentleman who comes along, and slowly his kind of not inner demons, but he's a bit haunted by it, and that kind of comes across because the homeless character, Aster, starts talking about the Titanic because he was meant to be on it as a crew member, but he missed it. It was gone. He was in a pub or something. Yeah. So that kind of triggers the memories for Bruce, and that's kind of how we realise who he is, because he starts to get quite agitated and things. So that was my original story. Basically, it was just this one conversation, and it was just a short story. And then when I decided I wanted to do a short play, I kind of adapted it and brought in Grace as well, that character in that story, like, gave Aster more of a background as well. So that's kind of how it all came together.
And was this the first play you wrote?
Yeah, I'd never really written a play before. It was mainly poetry and short stories and stuff, but I've written a screenplay once, but I never did anything with that. But so this is the first time that I kind of did something like that. But yeah, no, it was very different. Like, everyone kind of, because I didn't say, okay, this is definitely the way this has to be. Like, everyone kind of brought in their own thoughts and ideas and stuff, which is really good, because then it kind of grew or something.
It's like a collaboration.
Yeah, and it developed really well, I think. And, it was nice to have, like, just different ideas and different things working together, and different people and stuff.
So did you prefer kind of the writing side of it or the direction side of it?
Well, they're very different from each other, I think. I think writing, like, I consider myself more of a writer than a director, but as a director, I think, I just kind of, I made sure that it stuck to the story I wanted to tell got told, basically, and once that happened, and that it was, it all like worked, then I was okay with that. So I'm not really sure, but yeah, I think I'd probably go more with writing, but they're both different from each other, so I couldn't say really.
And you think you're going to write more plays in the future?
Yeah, well, like, I'll keep kind of writing away anyway. But if something like that came along again, then maybe I would. I'm not really sure at the moment, though.
Well, I think that's all we have time for today. Thanks very much for coming in today, Mairead, and thanks very much for watching.